Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, Organized with Joy, and welcome to another Declutter with me. I share these videos at the end of every month. I go through and show you everything I've collected over the month to declutter from my home in hopes to inspire you and share with you why I'm decluttering items. Maybe it will give you some ideas of things you can declutter around your home. As always, this is an open collab, and so I have some friends joining me this month. So I will have the playlist in the description box below for even more decluttering motivation. Before I get into it, I just wanted to say, I think it's been a few months since I've mentioned the reason why I do these declutter with me videos in my laundry room is because this is where I store all of the things that I'm getting rid of. Anytime I decide that I'm going to get rid of something, I store it either on the counter in here, but more recently I actually got rid of my Poshmark closet, and so I have some free open cabinets here in this laundry room as well, where I can just store the stuff that I want to get rid of until the end of the month when I will take it to a donation center or give it to the Buy Nothing group. It's a Facebook group that is for your neighborhood where you can give away things that you no longer love or need. But let's get into this. And the first thing, I feel like I always start with this. It's a small pile of clothes, but I do have a pile of clothes. Funny story. When I did clean out my Poshmark closet, these jeans were in that Poshmark closet and I had purchased them. They were my size for this brand, but for whatever reason, they were too tight on me and I tried to keep them, and y'all, I wore them to church one day and I came home and immediately put them in the laundry basket to wash them in order to get rid of them. Because I was like, life is too short to wear jeans that are too tight. And along those lines, I'm also decluttering my old running shoes. They really probably should just be thrown away. I don't know if you can see this, but the tread is almost completely gone. I tend to do this with running shoes because if you're familiar with running shoes, they are not cheap. So I really pretty much wear them out before I purchase new ones. Next up, for some reason this month, I just have a ton of bedding that I'm getting rid of. Mostly it is replacing old bedding. I have this quilt that we have on hand for when we have guests come and stay with us. We do have a blow-up mattress. We do not have a guest room, but we do have a blow-up mattress. But I got a new duvet cover for our bedroom, and so I passed along our old duvet cover to keep for when we have guests over. So I'm getting rid of that. And then this was the sheet set that I used whenever we had guests. But what happened was I was trying to replace our sheet set, and the one I purchased, we slept in it for a couple of nights and we both decided that it was not what we expected. They were kind of a bamboo mix sheets because I was looking at bamboo sheets. I heard that they were really comfortable and luxurious, but this particular set was not. But I figured I can keep it for guests, and this one has seen better days anyway. And then for our bed, I recently invested in some really nice sheets. My husband and I were talking about doing that for our anniversary gift. We've never owned like really nice luxurious sheets, and we just decided it was time to invest in those. Plus, once again, these sheets that we had on our bed before had seen better days. We've had them for a few years now, and so there's actually two sets. I keep two sets of sheets per bed in our household, so I'll be getting rid of both of these sets of sheets as well. Kind of along those same lines, I also replaced my husband and my pillows, just like the pillow we used to sleep on every night, primarily because we had to buy our college-age son a mattress for his apartment that he's moving into this fall because it is not furnished. and the deal that we got 2 free pillows, and so I decided it was probably time for us to replace our pillows anyway. So we went ahead and took those, and we're gonna get rid of our old pillows. I won't even show them to you because they look kind of gross. But speaking of pillows, I have a couple of throw pillows. I'm trying to really minimize. I'm trying to get rid of things that, yes, I sometimes use, but don't use often enough to warrant having them around my house. This particular pillow, for whatever reason, I had 3 of them. I purchased 3 of this pillow. I do remember I purchased this at a store that I used to work at, and I got a discount, and so I maybe was a little bit too zealous in my spending there. But anyway, I just decided, usually I use these for outdoors, but especially this green one I have not used in quite a while, and so I decided to go ahead and let these go. And then in addition to that, I have these pillowcases that I really do still like them. They're like a blush color. I don't know if it's coming across on camera, but they get dirty so easily. We have a Yorkie, and he doesn't even shed, but whenever he gets wet, either from a bath or running through a sprinkler, he'll dry himself off on our sofas. And like, I don't know if you can tell, this, I think I even cleaned this. I don't know, it just has lint and dog hair, and for some reason, this particular pillowcase I cannot keep clean, so for that reason, I'm gonna go ahead and let them go. Okay, this is something completely random, but this garland, it is such an awkward garland, y'all. It's so hard to hang up because the ends kind of just want to go their own way for whatever reason. I can't like mold it and shape it to the direction I want it to go, and so I find it very difficult to get this thing hung looking like not awkward. I do kind of want to replace this garland, but we'll see what I decide once Christmas rolls around. I'm definitely in a mode of more, or I almost said more is less. No, less is more in my opinion, so it might be fine to just totally not have a garland this Christmas. Next up are some things from my kitchen, and the first thing is a blender. I have all of the parts sitting here, but I won't pick them all up because I can't hold them all at once. But basically the blender cup that comes with this set totally broke, and that's the thing that we use every single day to make single serving smoothies. This piece still worked fine, but because that single serving cup broke, it really doesn't make sense to keep it. So I have replaced this item in our home. We have another blender now, so this is going. And then this is super random, but I realized, first of all, this is obviously really old. This is a sifter, and I don't ever sift flour. I don't know if you have to sift gluten-free flour anyway. Pretty much everything I make is gluten-free because I'm gluten-free. The only thing I use this for is for sifting powdered sugar when I'm making homemade icing. But I realized that my small strainer that I have that has this same sort of netting, for a lack of a better word, I'm like, I could use that. Why do I have this random gizmo? So that's going. This is also from the kitchen. It used to hold napkins, and I just don't ever use it anymore. I have a different thing that I use to hold napkins, so I'm gonna let that go. Also from the kitchen, y'all, you can't, I'm holding it the wrong way. This was my menu board. I have had this up in my kitchen for so many years. I mean, I think I've had it for like 10 years or so. Well, I just had it on the side of my cupboard, and it was just held up with command strips. Well, apparently the other night it just had enough, and it just completely fell. I don't know, none of us heard it. It must have fallen in the middle of the night because I came downstairs in the morning. It was completely broken and like parts of it were shattered, so there's not really a way to put it back together. So now I decided I'm not even replacing it. There is a space on my dry erase calendar for notes, and so that's just where I put our menu for the week. Okay, this is a board game. Honestly, I have thought about getting rid of this board game in the past, and the thing that pushed me over the edge is I had to rearrange our game cabinet because on Amazon Prime Day I did get an air fryer and we've been using it and loving it, but I needed a spot for it because I don't want to keep it on my countertop, and so I had to kind of rearrange where the board games are. It sounds weird that it's in our kitchen, but it makes sense because we play our board games in our kitchen nook. Anyway, this guy didn't fit, and I was like, he was on the chopping block anyway, so he's going. Next are a few office supply items. This mouse does not work anymore. I struggled with it for so long trying to edit videos and my mouse jumping. It was driving me crazy, so that's gotta go. And then this calculator slash ruler I found in our vehicle when I cleaned it out recently, and I don't think we need that. I also have this pencil or pen holder that I had on my desk, but honestly I have space inside of my drawer to house pens and pencils, and I'm trying to get my my horizontal spaces cleared off as much as I can, and this was just sitting on my desk and I don't really want it to be. This was also sitting on my desk and it's actually kind of dying. Maybe I'll try to give it to someone in the Buy Nothing group who can revive it. It's just a mini snake plant, but again, I just don't want a bunch of stuff on my desk. Next, I don't know if I've complained about this before in the past, but it really drives me crazy how when you buy things on Amazon, you get like a whole set. And oftentimes I don't need everything in the set. I bought some spice jars and some food storage containers, and it came with all these labels and these pens and this funnel to, I guess, get the food out. I have a funnel already, but I didn't need any of those, didn't use any of those, so I'm gonna get rid of those. Next is a random thing, this tiki torch oil. I'm gonna get rid of this because we no longer have tiki torches. We in the past have tried to use tiki torches because I get bitten by mosquitoes so much. We have tried everything, but these are kind of high maintenance to keep up with. So now I pretty much just use candles that have that citronella in them to try to help. Doesn't totally help, but anyway, getting rid of that. Next up are some things that I got rid of from my bathroom. My husband recently bought a new razor, and I asked him if we could get rid of the old one, and he agreed to that. I have several pieces of makeup that are old or I no longer use. This one, I absolutely loved this highlighter, y'all, but it is just completely, it doesn't even stay in the package anymore. So I recently replaced that. And then I also have some nail polish. I just don't ever wear this color. I also cleaned out some jewelry pieces when I was in my bathroom cabinet. So I just have a little bag of jewelry that I have decided to go ahead and let go of. Once again, with Amazon sending me 24,000 things instead of just 4 or 5. These, what are they called? Makeup brushes. It came in a package of like, I want to say 200 or something. So I'm just gonna keep a couple of them. I did want some of these makeup brushes that like you could use that didn't have anything on them. So I'm just gonna keep a couple, get rid of the rest. I probably will keep this pot that they're in, but the brushes are gonna go. I also have this, what do you call this? It's like a heating pad. You warm it up in the microwave. It's really, really, really old. Like I think I've had it 20 years. It used to smell like lavender, but it doesn't anymore. and it's kind of dirty. But anyway, I have an electric heating pad, and so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this because I don't really ever use it since I always use my electric one. This also came from my bathroom. I was a little bit sad to get rid of this, but it used to house my feminine products in my bathroom, but it was kind of hard to open and close just because it's a ceramic dish. See? And I always felt like I was going to break it or drop the lid. Anyway, I replaced it with some baskets, and so I'm just gonna go ahead and let this go. I also have a couple of jewelry bags. I have so many jewelry bags, so I just kept my favorites and I'm getting rid of these. And then also some hair things. I still like these, it's just I have a bunch, again with Amazon sending multiples instead of just one. This came in a package of 3 and I kept one of them, and this came in a package of 3 and I kept 2 of them. And then this came in a package also, and I don't remember how many were in it, but basically I'm getting rid of 2 and keeping the rest. These little washcloths, I guess, or dishcloths, I'm not really sure what they are. I had them in my bathroom kind of just as decor, I guess. We never used them. And I like decor, and decor is fine, but I just decided it's really silly to have these. We don't ever use them practically, so I'm gonna get rid of those. Oh, I kept eyeballing this for so many rounds of cleaning out my bathroom, but I have these Bible verse cards that I made a long time ago, and they were, I used them to memorize Bible verses, but I find that I really don't use this anymore. And even though I put a lot of work into making these and color coding them according to the different types of verses were in there, I decided it's time to let these go. Since I don't use them, there really is no point in keeping them. I have a couple of medicine items that are expired. They're expired by a couple of years. Honestly, my husband doesn't totally believe in expiration dates, especially when it comes to medicine, so I think I keep mine longer than I really should. But I'm finally just getting rid of these couple of things. This one I already had to replace. It's like the generic version of Benadryl because allergies have been awful here in Austin. But this one expired in 2020, and I'm like, I need to make sure it works because it needs to work for me. Few other random things from the bathroom. This is insect repellent spray. I'm only getting rid of it because we have 2 kinds and the other kind works far better in my opinion. This is dry shampoo, which I'm not a huge fan of. I don't know if all dry shampoo is like this, but it leaves like white patches in my hair. It looks like I've put baby powder in my hair. No matter how lightly I spray it on or how much I rub it in, I just feel like you can see it. And honestly, I feel like it's not that effective. So, and then this, the only reason I'm getting rid of it is because we already have another bottle of it and it's still the same, it's almost full. We probably bought this when we were on vacation or something because we forgot our other bottle. Anyway, I don't feel like we need 2 full bottles of aloe. Lastly is this little container that holds pills. I don't remember the last time we used this. We have a different system to hold our pills if we travel, so I'm gonna go ahead and let that go. Okay, y'all, if you stayed with me until the end, thank you so much for watching this. Can you believe I still have a ridiculous amount of stuff to declutter every month? I just keep waiting. I'm like, next month, surely I'm not gonna have anything to share with them. But here we are a month later and I have a huge stack of things. But I hope this was really inspiring for you and gives you some ideas of different things you can declutter around your house. Don't forget to check out that playlist link in the description box below for even more motivation. But thank you for watching until the end, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.